Famcast Media, bitch.
Well, it's been a while since I talked about Cameroon, but I have some pretty shocking and surprising and, well, overall this is pretty good news. Good afternoon, demons and demonesses. Kwame Wakan here, and today we're going to talk about Cameroon. Now, Cameroon is a country in Western Africa, known for its beautiful landscapes, bustling cities, delicious food, vibrant music, gay rights? Well, not exactly, but this is probably the closest that we're ever going to get. Just recently, the president's daughter has officially came out as gay. They posted a photo on Instagram which both gained them much support and also, much hatred as well. But I have an article for you, so let's go along and read this. This is kind of surprising. The president of Cameroon's daughter, Brenda Biya, revealed that she's in a lesbian relationship with a Brazilian model. In a post shared on Instagram, the 26-year-old showed a picture of her kissing her girlfriend, Leon's Valença, on the last day of Pride Month. Despite LGBTQ activity being illegal in her home country, the caption read, "P.S. I'm crazy about you and I want the world to know." Although Biya has turned off comments on the posts section since posting, the Cameroon news agency noted that she responded to a comment pointing out that her father is President Paul Biya, the staunchly anti-LGBTQ+ leader of Cameroon. After pointing out that her father has continued to criminalize homosexuality and queer relationships for the over 4 decades he's remained in power, the president's daughter shared some hopeful words, sharing that she believes the tide will eventually change in Cameroon. "Nobody will have anything to say because only love shall win," she responded, adding, "I don't condone hate. I think the mentality should change, but it will change once the people are ready." According to global human rights group Human Dignity Trust, homosexuality has been illegal in Cameroon since 1972. The law criminalizing homosexuality also attacks any same-sex sexual activity of any kind, with many arrests leading to as little as hefty fines to up to 5 years in prison. As decades have gone by, Human Rights Watch has found that anti-LGBTQ+ violence and abuse have only escalated in the country, finding an 88% increase in incidences from 2021 to 2022. Brenda's Pride Month post has garnered the support of several activists, including trans activist Shakira, who told the BBC News that Brenda's coming out was a turning point for the LGBTQ+ community in Cameroon. After having been jailed in Cameroon for 5 years for attempted homosexuality, Shakira has since lived in Belgium. But Brenda's post gives her hope that Cameroon will finally face a reckoning. She believes that the president's daughter has solidified herself as a progressive, powerful voice capable of enacting social change in a country where taboos are deeply rooted. "I love this for Cameroon's first daughter, Brenda Biya." Another LGBTQ+ activist, Brandy Kiki, wrote in a Facebook post. However, she noted that Brenda benefits from her position of power. She wrote that her freedom to post about her girlfriend with minimum repercussions highlights a harsh reality. Anti-LGBTQ laws in Cameroon disproportionately target the poor. She added, wealth and connections create a shield for some while others face severe consequences. But others have noted that Brenda's proactive online presence could be a Trojan horse. According to the Cameroon Concord, has been accused of undermining critics of her father's reportedly authoritarian and corrupt administration. Under President Biya's rule, Transparency International deemed Cameroon the world corruption champion 2 years in a row from 1998 to 1999. Now, I think the last story I did on Cameroon was a couple of years ago about this. A trans woman was arrested and put in prison, and I'm not exactly sure what came up of that because there hasn't been any, news updates or follow-ups on it. But once I get that information, I probably might just, do a separate video on it. But either way, I think this is pretty good, and I think it makes, the country of Cameroon look good. Look, do I think that this is going to be a change that's going to happen overnight? Chances are probably not. You have to understand, even though Cameroon is deemed a secular country, overwhelmingly 90% of the population is religious. I think 65% of it believes in Christianity and another 30% believe in Islam. The rest believe in either, a traditional African religion, a tribal religion, and, non-believers are unfortunately in the single digits. So, like I said, it's going to take a while for something like this to change, but the fact that, it's the president's own daughter that, came out as, gay, this might be the wake-up call for many people living in Cameroon. But whether it be a person that's in a high position of power, whether it be, a religious leader who happens to have, a son or a daughter who happens to be, queer. This is an inspiration to many people that are living in Cameroon that, feel like they're alone, feel like they're not accepted by their family, feel like they're not accepted by the government. And to have, someone of, this high prestige and this much name recognition, that sends a positive message. Now, how do I think the president is going to respond to this? Who knows? Like I said, this guy has been in power for almost 4 decades. And, all eyes are on him. You have, extremely religious people that are going to be like, oh, what are you going to do now? Then you have people that, are lukewarm religious. Then you have the international community that are looking at Cameroon right now. Like, what's he going to do? Throw his own daughter in prison? Is he going to disown his daughter? Is he going to accept his daughter the way she is? Is he going to just turn a blind eye to it while still criminalizing other queer relationships? Like a hypocrite. Who knows what direction this man is going to go in? I'm not exactly sure what his age is. Matter of fact, let me Google that. Okay, so Paul Biya is 90 years old. Now, that, like I said, that could go one of two ways. Maybe he might accept his daughter the way she is. Maybe he might disown his daughter. But you never know with old people, There's been people in my family that were, around that age, and they were perfectly understanding and perfectly acceptable of it. But you have to understand, this is the United States. That's, West Africa. And, without any, representation within media or within, the arts, within literature or music, it might be really, really hard for many people in Cameroon to accept or to, change their ways on. But things like this take time. It took a long time for many people in the United States to accept black people. And even still today, after so many decades after the Civil Rights Movement, we still have to deal with, instances of racism, instances of white supremacist terrorism. It took many, many years of, fighting and advocacy for us to get where we are when it comes to LGBTQ rights within this country. Although lately we've been seeing a lot of, major setbacks between, with the Supreme Court and with a lot of these, conservative governors going around. And it's been hyping up a lot now because in a couple months we're going to have another election. So out with the more homophobia and anti-queer propaganda. It's almost like we went back to the 80s. But however things go, I'm just really happy for Brenda Biya. I'm glad that she's able to, find someone that she loves and, someone she can eventually spend her entire life with. Because that's basically what everybody needs. No one should be, forced to be treated as a second-class citizen simply because they happen to fall in love with someone that someone's crazy and wacky religion says that they shouldn't fall in love with. At the end of the day, no one should really give a rat's ass what adults do. It's their life, it's their business, it's their bedroom. Just let them be gay and be happy. And in some parts of the world, that's hard for, people to accept. But as time goes on and when people become a little less religious and a little less dogmatic, things will eventually be changed, and minds will be opened. So to Brenda, I'm really happy for you. Really hoping that this does, mark a turning point for Cameroon's history, because we need more countries, especially African countries, that are open to people that just happen to be born a certain way. We've seen progress in, Botswana, progress in Angola, progress in South Africa. So hopefully Cameroon is next on this list, but like I said, we never really know. All we can really do is keep our hopes up. But that's pretty much all I got to say about this, Demons and Demonesses. Just let me know what you think. Do you think this is going to have a positive impact on Cameroon? Or do you think that, the president is going to, go extremely to the right, disown his own daughter? But all right, Demons and Demonesses, that's all I got to say. You guys stay safe, stay metal, hail Satan, and have a gay day.